So we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 17, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. Breaking news: Centcom confirms that strike against the group in Yemen are ongoing. They released more footage of nighttime combat operation from the flight deck of USS Truman. That's going down right now, guys. There's a video here. I'm not going to play it, but yeah, you see that? Once again, intense sleeping giant airstrike hitting the group target in Yemen. A lot of weapon depots going up in smoke tonight. We have a lot of information here, guys, and this is the third night. And guys, this nighttime, you see that massive explosion? That's a facility. I think it's storing weapons and caused a huge bright light. Alright, so all this information will be shared on my Twitter page. If you guys want to check it out, we have the full article, all the information. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the description box. Alright, so once again, another operation's taking place right now. Centcom, they put out the information. Alright, so sleeping giant bombs Yemen for second night. Is it second night or third night? Give me a second here, guys. It says 15 minutes ago. The strike began on Saturday, ordered by Donald, and is still happening today. We heard more details from the Pentagon saying that they targeted more than 30 sites owned by the groups. Like I said, it's possibly like the warehouse, and they're storing the weapons that Persia, Iran, has been shipping to them. When asked about the innocents taken out, the Pentagon spokesperson pushed back, saying that there were no indication on the sleeping giant side of any civilian casualties, but there were dozens of military casualties. So I heard there was some very important leaders of Yemen, the Houthi groups. Certain very powerful ones were taken out. Alright, so I think there were 2, if I'm not mistaken. When asked about the justification for launching these strikes, the sleeping giant spokesperson cited strike made by the group during the previous administration when Joe was in power, saying that these groups struck our ships. And it's true. Our ship were getting hit. Well, not like really damaged situation, but they were firing stuff towards our ship. And Joe did absolutely nothing about it. Alright, so once again, these groups struck Sleeping Giant ship, or tried to strike the U.S. ship 170 times, and commercial vessels as well. They even confiscated a couple of them. However, prior to the Sleeping Giant taking action on Saturday against these groups, there rarely had been no documented strike since the ceasefire was declared between these two, the Holy Land and the other group. Now, once again, the Houthis had warned to reinitiate, I truly apologize about the word, guys, targeting commercial ship belonging to the Holy Land in the Red Sea, as long as Holy Land continues its blockade of humanitarian aid entering the Strip. That seems to have been the trigger to this American strike. Now, once again, guys, for those of you wondering why he can't say the word, why is he reading, skipping certain stuff, it's because this platform I've been suspended 18 times. So I try to avoid certain words that's triggering this channel. So again, 18 times suspension is no joke, man. Just for speaking the truth. All right. So it says here, then the group did retaliate. The group retaliate, though there was no damage to the Sleeping Giant ship in the region. The reason why is because information came out yesterday. The Sleeping Giant had drones out there, and these drones were doing their stuff, and they were taking out some of these. Again, even the missile defense system were out there too. It says here, the Pentagon says that this will continue. This will continue until the group pledge to stop their strike on the Red Sea. And as you heard from Donald himself, every shot fired by this group will be considered by Donald as a shot fired by Persia. And again, I talked about that not too long ago. I did post a video on Grand Supreme News, and this more problems that's coming out. You can find the link in the comments box. Oil prices going up due to these biblical wars and the message that was sent. Donald sending the message to Iran, and Iran sending a message back to Donald is causing prices to go up due to fear of wars. All right, guys, this one here says 26 minutes ago. All right, so it says here the Sleeping Giant warplanes have launched more than 47 air raids on multiple towns in Yemen on the second night of the strike, targeting at least 7 provinces as the number rises to 53. 53 has passed already. Wasn't it, how much was it? Wasn't it 20? 20 something? Now it's 53. It has doubled. Those are the territory that the Sleeping Giant has fired towards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 territories. Okay. So Centcom is putting out the information there is more strike happening tonight. I want to bring this up too here, guys. There's some stuff going on in the strip. So you got the Sleeping Giant firing at Yemen, and you got the Holy Land firing in the strip. It seems like this is happening at the same time. Look at this. Explosion in the northern strip. Again, the Gaza strip. It says here our colleagues out there, again, referring to those news agency, are reporting that explosions have been heard in northwest of the strip as Holy Land warplanes fly overhead. So you got the Sleeping Giant firing at Yemen. The Holy Land is firing at the strip. Look at this series of explosions heard across the strip. The Reuters news agency is also reporting that witnesses have described hearing a series of explosions across the strip, with residents reporting several Holy Land airstrikes. According to Reuters, witnesses said that the strike appeared to be the largest since the January 19 ceasefire began. Man. Look at this one here. 8 minutes ago, the Holy Land Army says it is widely striking the strip. Here's what the army said. Under the direction of the political, I'm going to skip that name, which is the Holy Land military, and others are widely striking targets of the the T organization throughout the Strip. Man, things are going down tonight. The Holy Land airstrike spread fear in the Strip. So this came out 3 minutes ago. The Holy Land military suddenly has launched a series of airstrikes across the Strip. We had been sleeping and suddenly woke up to the sound of boom. It's very hard to verify where exactly the location is due to the late night hours. But the sky of the central area where we are is very clouded with drones, fighter jets that continue to hover in a very low altitude, spreading huge fear among. Now, Palest, who had been waiting patiently to see the outcomes of the current round of ceasefire negotiations. We have a breaking news that just came out 2 seconds ago. Look at this. Several innocents taken out in the Holy Land strikes across the Strip. The news correspondent in the Strip is reporting that a number of innocents has been out and others impacted in this strike from the Holy Land on several areas in the Strip. The Reuters news agency citing medics says that several have been out. Guys, I say things not to start anything, or I don't want people to say, man, I'm out of here because he just backstabbing the Donald. But I remember Donald said, and he said this a few months ago, he said that he wants all this to stop, meaning the biblical wars. And he was referring to Russia and Ukraine in that time. He wants this to stop. Stop, both sides. Everybody is, I'm going to spell the name, D-Y-I-N-G. He said that. And I still remember him moving the hands like this. They need to stop. You know what? Let's end this. So he said he want to see people stop, D-Y-I-N-G. But now that he's in the spotlight, now that he's the leader, he's not paying attention too much to what's going on in Ukraine. But he's giving the green light to Centcom, and they're firing towards Yemen. And many innocent, including women and young ones, out. Now Donald said that he don't like that type of stuff, but again, it's once you get to the spotlight, is a lot some of the things kind of change. The way you spoke about how to end these biblical war, and then once you get into the spotlight, it's a whole different ball game. And it's just very sad because, like I mentioned, I'm not a big supporter of these wars. I'm not. But there's other ways to fixing all this. You don't have to push buttons and stuff like that. There's always another way of dealing with all this biblical wars. And the Bible does give very important details to all leaders how to fix all this. And that's going to a private room and getting down to your knees and praying to the Lord Father in heaven. Just like King David's son. When, King David anointed his son, and King David, he passed away old age, and his son took over, and his son was not doing great until the Lord came to him in his dream. And he asked the Lord, show me wisdom, teach me wisdom, so I could take care of my people. And God blessed him and gave him wisdom. And he made peace with many lands without firing, without sending soldiers, without battling enemies. He did it with a pen and a piece of paper. And he sent that letter to the king of, I forget which country it was, but they became good friends. There was no swords. There was no enemy fighting. It was just communicating. But you need God. You cannot do it on your own. If you want to do it on your own, you're gonna end up pushing buttons. And at the very end, innocent people are being, they are in the way of all these flying objects. All right, give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. I suggest people to grab their Bible, King James Version, or the new King James Version. Read 2 Samuel. It breaks down how, God intervened when it comes to the leader stopping biblical wars and how to, fix it. If you read 2 Samuel, you'll be in shock. It's an amazing story. Trust me, you're going to love it. All right. Seems like this is all the information so far. There's tons of videos here, guys, but I can't show the video. RT News is putting out their information. The Holy Land military statement. Under the direction of political leadership, the Holy Land and others are carrying out widespread strike on the Strip. All right, so the Holy Land is striking and the sleeping giant is striking. And guess what's happening? Innocents are out. They're just in a way. They have nowhere to go. So, like I said, it just, Donald, he said that he doesn't like these things, but here he is, he's doing it. And I'm not trying to start anything, but, it just, if this was Joe giving the green light, Donald would have said in his rally, Joe is not doing the right thing, innocents are being out, and this and that. I guarantee you, 100%. Give me a second here, guys. Whoa. The Holy Land forces dropped the BOMB Mawasi. So you have this news correspondent in the Strip is reporting a number of innocents have been out. Come on. And many impacted as the Holy Land forces continue to impact tents where displaced pilots are staying. Again, like I said, I don't support this type of stuff. I don't. And again, like I said, guys, if this was Joe, Donald would have said Joe is out of control. Innocents are out. But again, guys, like I said, he got into power January 20, and then he kept some of his promises. But when it comes to these biblical wars, he couldn't end it in 24 hours. He couldn't. The ceasefire, it's not looking that great. And now the Holy Land, the Mideast, is about to be in flame. All right, so like I said, I'm not trying to bash Donald, but he said he was going to bring peace. He said it, not me. This is not peace. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will keep you updated. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.